Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the latest podcast show, Dig Deeper, revealing the truth and leaving no stone unturned. This podcast show is sponsored by Grace and Work Studio, and the theme for today is Let's Talk Film. I am your host, Ngimju Brighter, and I am here with a fine gentleman.
Dig Deeper, revealing the truth, leaving no stone unturned.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Brighter.
So please, can you introduce yourself?
I'm called Bismarck Enow. I am a filmmaker. I write and I direct. Also, I'm a theater practitioner with a ID theater through Buea.
Wow. I've been seeing your posts on social media. You work with Pproduction as their director.
Yes.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
You are doing a great and amazing job.
Thank you very much.
So let's dive into this topic. Let's talk film.
Okay.
And first of all, we'll begin with this. Screenwriters do not receive enough recognition. How true is this statement?
All right. Okay. Looking at it from our filmmaking environment, true, they don't receive enough credit. I don't know if I should blame it on the people consuming the films or publicity teams, or is it at the level of the filmmakers themselves? For example, I know how much importance a film writer is to the entire film.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe we're the ones not relaying it outside that perfect way, or maybe the publicity teams, or maybe the writers themselves are not pushing for it. Because most of the times what happens is after a writer is done with a project, maybe we take it for production. After we're done, the writer is hands off. The writer often forgets that they were part of the production. They don't create any post about it. They don't push it. No publicity. And the world of social media, it's how much you're involved in that space. That's how people get to know you. Maybe sometimes we don't tag them enough, or maybe we don't talk about them enough. But I guess it has to do with both the writers and maybe publicity teams. I think it's a mix-up of everything.
So if you are a screenwriter, how will you push a story you have written?
It's very simple. It's a beautiful piece of work.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, the films we have been producing, the ones with Pproduction. You're a screenwriter with Pproduction. When we release and people are talking about the film, I think it's in your place to take it up at that point. Make use of the trend. It's social media, for Christ's sake. We're past the age of the age where we're like we have to make cassettes and stuff like that. So it's social media. So when we're posting, when publicity teams are picking it up, you go there, interact with audience, because people often ask, who wrote this? Who wrote this? This is good. This is a masterpiece. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? And the writers are nowhere to be found. But I don't think the writers should stay back. When that moment when the film is trending, you should hop on the trend. Post it from your end. You don't need to have another arrangement for you to push your film. Let people know you did this good work. Be proud of the job you did and own it. Take it up. Push it.
So what about situations where they are premiering a movie and you see when it comes to donation of awards, sometimes they don't even give an award to the scriptwriter. I've seen those say yes, best costumer, best makeup artist, best actress, best actor, but they leave out the screenwriter. Why?
Awards are different. There's a slight difference between festivals and other awards. There's a difference. There are award nights and such periods. That's when you see they give everything in its entirety. It's not every festival gives awards for screenwriters, etc. They are not exclusives.
All right. Have you ever given recommendations about a very good scriptwriter? Like maybe you have come across a script and you have given recommendations that this person is a good scriptwriter and I want you to...
I have.
You have?
I have.
All right. That's amazing.
I think back in 2021, I worked with this scriptwriter, Fokwa Babila. And I know how many times I recommended Fokwa Babila to other filmmakers. So it's a thing. Every director wants a good script. If the script is good and I go into production, I double it. Whatever you give me, no matter how much I try, I can maybe double 1, 2, 3 times. But if you give me a basic script, which I might not work with, but if I have to work with what you offer me, I have to double it. So I will always recommend good writers to producers so we may end up having good jobs.
All right. How important is a screenwriter to the production? Let me bring it this way. There are times when somebody will write a story. You as a producer, you get the story. You just go ahead, you bring a director, and you bring together some crew members, and you start shooting that project without having the vision of that screenwriter. How important is a screenwriter, like his or her presence on set when they're shooting that movie?
On set, not very necessary, but pre-production process, it's good to consult the writer if you have anything you want to clear up about. It's good to contact the screenwriter and make them an active part of your pre-production if you really need it. At that stage, it's very important. But for them to be on set during production, if the screenwriter is free and wants to, it's fine, but it's not like a necessity that the screenwriter must be there during the production like a cinematographer. But you have to get the vision. You have to get the vision before you go into production. For the question, how important is a screenwriter to the production? I think for me, it's like 60%. A good script is what makes a film. We have the misconception about how a good film should be. We often think it's about actors. Actors just simply drive a story, but where does the story come from? The screenwriter. And I will mention the reason why we have a lot of problems with our Cameroonian films is not because we don't have fine actors. I would say it's because we have fewer screenwriters who have a bigger vision. Yeah. Because a story is what drives the entire thing. Now, if we don't have compelling stories, very good stories, that's where we begin to have problems. So screenwriting is so important that I think is one of the most important aspects of a film. Why try to do a film without a good story? It's a waste of time. You're wasting the time of crew members, actors, and even the people consuming. So get that right, and then we start talking.
Okay, taking it as one of the most important, as you said.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you are putting in place to make sure that we have good screenwriters in Cameroon? Are you maybe preparing for some training sessions, workshops?
It's a little bit difficult to organize training sessions. I'm a screenwriter. At the same time, I am directing. The way I work is I've been with young people for a long time.
Yeah.
It becomes difficult to try to impose what you feel you know. The code word is what you feel you know. I might think I'm a good writer, but someone doesn't think the same.
Yeah.
And so I cannot impose on you what I feel I know. But if I'm talking about our milieu, I'm talking about our film environment.
Yeah.
If young people feel like, okay, we're doing a great job and request for it, because the community is not big, so the information can go around, because I've seen where a lot of workshops have been organized and people have asked how many people go there. If our young filmmakers feel like they want to learn some pattern, or maybe the way you do your films or the way your films come up, I think they should request and we will turn up. But for now, we're concentrating to create that impact.
Wow, that's amazing.
Dig deeper, revealing the truth, leaving no stone unturned.